Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to WatchYouWant.com. Thanks for logging on. Today, you're looking at a grand composition by Audemars Piguet, Piano Grand. This is the Pianoforte Limited Edition Millenary. From the Contemporary Collection, this is a 2008 release. Now, Audemars Piguet's Millenary has been around since 1995. If you remember the original Royal Oak Offshore, that was designed by Emmanuel Gueit, their head stylist, when he was only 22. Not long after, he began exploring the possibility of a non-round watch to become one of the new flagship models of the collection, a Royal Oak for the new millennium, so to speak. And he settled on the idea of reviving the oval watch tradition that seems to crop its head up once every decade or so. Everyone remembers the Omega Dynamic of the 1970s. During the 1990s, the Millenary was the representative of that particular thread of watch design. And then in the 2000s, Ulysse Nardin with its Macho Palladium 950 and its UN 160, they kind of took up the torch at that point. But the Millenary has been the most successful and the most enduring iteration of that concept, and it's not hard to see why. The watch actually fits beautifully on the wrist. The first ones were about 38 millimeters wide, a little bit smallish by contemporary taste standards, but in the 2000s, the appropriately named Millenary actually hit its stride, and it's become one of the leading lines in the more dressy end of the Audemars Piguet lineup, but with the large 45 millimeter width of this one and the 40 millimeter height, it's quite substantial. Before I go any further, I just want to do a wrist shot here. You can see how on my 6 1/3 inch wrist it wears quite substantial, but because it's more wide than it is tall, you can get away with wearing a much larger, nominally larger case with a millenary shape. You can see how it's not interfering with my wrist bone in the upper right hand corner of the camera. It fits very flush, very tight to the wrist, nice short curved lugs. The 45 millimeter Millenary case is an awesome piece to wear, and because it's so flat, it sits gorgeous underneath cuffs, even French cuffs. If you're wearing a shirt that's really tight to the wrist or a jacket, the Millenary is a perfect pair for that. Now, Gueit did a great job on the fundamentals of the Millenary, but as of 2008, Audemars Piguet wanted to spice it up a little bit, add something new to the mix, and this watch incorporates two elements. In addition to the larger size that debuted in the early 2000s, this watch incorporates the limited edition Pianoforte dial, which is a combination of lacquered keys and mother-of-pearl inlay that presents spectacularly in person, and I'm hoping it's coming across a bit on the iPhone, but again, our high-res photography on the website is kind of the saving grace here, so if the iPhone doesn't tell the picture, rest assured, the pictures will. That's WatchYouWant.com. Check the Audemars Piguet section. You can't miss it. It's a big piano watch. Now, the mother of pearl is gorgeous, and it's evocative of old-style piano keys, but the other major innovation here is that now the Millenary is employing JLC in-house movements. And the key thing here is that, JLC. JLC is what they used to use. This is even better. This is Audemars Piguet in-house. And this is the 3120, which is related to the bass movement that's used in the Offshores. Now you can just see a little bit of it beaten away down there. It's not too easy to see again because the iPhone, well, it's an iPhone. But the bottom line is that this is decorated to a standard that you will not see on any previous generation Millenaries. And because you've got that sapphire display caseback, you get to enjoy all of it, from the 22-karat gold winding rotor with the coat of arms of the Audemars and Piguet families, still running the company, by the way, since 1875 to the present, to the beautiful Côte de Genève blazoned on the bridges, to the dual-anchored balance bridge with a free-sprung escapement. This is fantastic. The bottom line is that this is a durable sports watch movement that was designed with the Royal Oak Offshore in mind. So it's going to have the ability to take shocks, thermal variations, and disruptions that no other dress watch designed as such is going to be ready to accommodate. Least of all, Patek Philippe or Vacheron. They're gorgeous watches, but I wouldn't confuse any of their dress models with sports watches. But here, with the Millenary, you've got the beating heart of an Offshore inside a gorgeous, all-aspect, elegant white gold dress watch. From the front, from the rear, there's no mistaking this for a watch designed for the most formal of formal occasions if you want. This will go black tie with a tuxedo, or you could wear it with short sleeves. It's that versatility that comes with a white precious metal as opposed to a yellow or a rose gold. There's no inlaid diamonds. It's subtle. It's sporty enough with the black strap, the black dial accents, and the white metal, but it is a dress watch when you need it to be, and that's a great thing. Not just in style, but in form, fitting gently underneath the cuffs. This is a perfect watch if you're looking for the do-it-all AP that is going to take the place of your Offshore when you know that you're going to have to be transitioning between formal and informal attire. It can take the place of your Offshore. It could even stand in for a Royal Oak. It's that versatile. And with that Offshore movement beating away inside, with ceramic rotor bearings, dual-anchored balance bridge, free-sprung escapement, 60-hour power reserve, you know for a fact that you've got the hardware to back up the good looks. But there's more to it. This is an edition of only 500. And the nice thing is, it's not numbered on the back, which makes it unique among Audemars Piguet limited editions. Well, maybe not totally unique, but very unusual. The bottom line is that they usually have sequential numbering, and this one doesn't. So in that respect alone, it's a standout. Highly exclusive. It features the signature AP deployant buckle with the signature initials of the company blazoned. That's a gorgeous look, by the way, that I feel works better with this kind of watch than on an Offshore by far. Now, this watch has some interesting details that you really can't see here on the camera. There is a date window at 3 o'clock. There is a contrast where the second hand is actually a very subtle PVD purple. You wouldn't notice it until you get close to the dial, but it's there. And it's there to accent the accessory strap that comes with this watch. When you buy it, it has a very subtle purplish strap that is stitched just like this, designed just like this alligator, but it's a square scale, shiny strap that wears completely different, and I really feel almost dresses this watch down to completely raffish, informal, fun-loving. So if you want to take it up a notch, just one step away from the suit look, this watch is good to go. And while we're on the topic of this watch's accessory set, it's got the most incredible box I have ever seen. I would say it's shaped like a little piano, but it's about the size of a piano. It's piano lacquered wood, and the box is about, I don't know, if you're looking at a span of about 14 inches across the screen here, the box is about 3 times that. It's enormous. This box is display worthy by itself. It's a conversation piece by itself, and this watch, with an original retail price of $44,000, warranted that kind of presentation when new. That's far more than most of the Offshores. So this watch right here, the Audemars Piguet Millenary Pianoforte Limited Edition, is available from WatchYouWant.com in outstanding condition with all accessories. It presents as new, and everything that you get with the watch is true to the original equipment as you would have received it from an authorized dealer or the Audemars Piguet boutique when this watch was launched back in 2008. Launched alongside the Quincy Jones, which you'll all know for its blacked-out persona, this watch is arguably more versatile and more enduring because it's less voguish. So check out this Audemars Piguet Millenary Pianoforte Limited Edition and its awesome accessory set on our website, WatchYouWant.com. We are the pre-owned luxury watch authorities. I'm confident that if you're in the market for an Audemars Piguet that's just a little bit different, and you like a sweet accessory set and a different look that's good for any occasion, this Audemars Piguet Millenary Pianoforte just might be the watch you want.